What's up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. It is Welcome to China, and I am so happy to have you guys here because we're gonna get into this deep, fucked up story time. I was having anxiety about telling y'all this shit because this story is so messed up and it pisses me off to this day because when I was still in my player ways, I slipped up hard as hell. I know y'all gonna like this video, so go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to it. Please share this video with a friend because this one is the one to share, y'all. I just want 150 subscribers. I just want y'all to fuck with me for real. I just want some people to really like my videos. So please, so I stop complaining on Instagram, please just subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up for your girl, and then I'll shut the fuck up. So anyway, let's get straight to it. So long story short, this is going to be a part of my college series, and the ex-tech scandal was one of my favorite stories to share from college and my dating experiences because they were fucked up. So with that being said, let's get straight to it. So it has to be a precursor in this story, and the thing is that it's going to be names that I'm not going to name, so y'all have to try and bear with me, and I'm just gonna make up names as I go, so just try to hop on and keep it going, okay? So in this story, we have Randy, which is my on and off again boo. He wasn't my ex. I thought Randy was too good for me. He was a frat nigga. He was doing his thing, so I did my thing. But Randy really ended up liking me, and that's a whole nother story for another time because Randy ruined my life. But we don't stick to that. So Randy, that's the one. This isn't the boy who I'm about to talk about now in this video, but Randy is a part of the story, so that's Randy. And then we have Jimmy, Randy's best friend, Jimmy. Randy and Jimmy are boys. They're buddies. We lived in the same dorm, everything. So I would always see Randy and Jimmy together, so that's how I knew them. And then Jamie. Now, Randy, Jimmy, and Jamie were all buddies, but Jimmy and Jamie were twins. Yep, twins. Twins. So Jimmy was really good friends with my roommate. And Jimmy would always come around with Randy, and we all became pretty cool and pretty close for the most part. So we would all kick it in the dorms. Keep in mind, this is my sophomore year of school, so a lot of people were getting to know each other still and still hanging out. And this is when I got out of my relationship, so I was trying to live. So after I stopped talking to Randy, things kind of subsided, and I didn't really fuck with him anymore. Whatever happened, as it always did. And he was too cool for school for me, so I was like, let me just keep it pushing. Whatever. So one day in particular, I forgot, me and my friends went to some type of party or something at the Convocation Center. Shout out to NIU, what's up? And I ended up seeing Jimmy with his twin brother. Plot twist, they're twins. So Jimmy and Jamie are twins. And my ex, now that I'm about to talk about, Jamie. So I met Jamie when him and his brother, his twin brother, were walking into the dorms, and we looked at each other or whatever, and we just kind of smiled, and we talked on the elevator for a little bit, and then I told my girlfriend, I said, Sanji Bear, rah, 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 he's fine. He looked better than the twin. I didn't even know he had a twin. I didn't even know these hoes was checking for this twin, but he was. He didn't go to my school. He lived in Chicago, so he was coming up to visit Jimmy. But obviously, since Jimmy and Jamie are twin brothers, Jamie's gonna know Randy too, which is the guy that ruined my life. My sort of ex, whatever he was. So these young men all knew each other, unbeknownst to me, because I was stupid as hell. And I was just like, well, you know, he's just really, really cute. You know, I just want to talk to him. And back in the day, I was real outgoing. So I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and slide in his DMs. So I got off the elevator, I was talking to my friend, and that passed, and he was just on my mind. So I was literally, this is weird, sleeping in my friend's bed. She wasn't even there because I just didn't want to be in my dorm. And I was like, let me just go ahead and follow Jamie. Let me just see what happens. I obviously found it through his twin brother, Instagram. I said, well, let me just follow him. And of course, bad bitches link up. He already accepted me. So I just went on to say, I really enjoyed that little conversation we had. We should get to know each other. So of course, long story short, he was going gang with me. So me and him started to talk, and we started to chat. Now keep in mind, Randy is still his mutual friend, the boy that ruined my life now to this day. And I didn't really care at that point, and I brought it up to him because he came to visit me because he lived in Chicago. So Jamie came up to school to visit me, and we chilled in the dorm room and had a good time, and his brother was there, and he was kicking it with all of our friends. We had a good old time. And then I had to ask him, well, does Randy mind, and do you mind? And of course, because he's a man, he's like, no, Randy doesn't mind that we talk. Because in my mind, I'm like, forget Randy, fuck Randy. He can suck it, whatever. And he's like, no, it's cool, as guys always do. And I was like, oh, okay, Jamie, you know, fuck Randy, whatever. But keep in mind, everybody else was like, this is like kind of like awkward, but everybody still wanted to hang out with the girls because we was cute. But, you know, obviously his twin brother like knew what the deal was, and he went back and told Randy. So Jimmy went back and told Randy, and you know, I didn't really know what happened at that point, but I just knew that since they were visiting that Randy had to know. And I remember one of their other little girlfriends from upstairs came down, and they didn't want us to all hang out because of, you know, me and Jamie and it being awkward with Randy. So everybody just kind of let that situation go, and I said, fuck it, whatever. So that was the first time that we kicked it. And you know, long story short, me and him started to date. So we started dating, and you know, Randy was just kind of around, but not really. And we would just see each other and it would be awkward. And one time, you know, Jamie was picking me up and Randy was walking, and he gave him a ride to McDonald's and all types of whore ass shit. And I was just like, man, oh man, like these people are really out of their mind to really think that like, you know, you're gonna be picking him up. But I'm like, that's still his friend. So unbeknownst to me, and me being stupid as hell, they were still buddies. They were still cool. So now let's jump the story forward. I met Jamie probably around April. So when I got out of school, it was only like a month and a half. And I remember he came and packed me up, and that was my boyfriend and da-da-da-da-dee. And I visited him through the summer, but then I had to go to Russia. So I went to Russia, and long story short again, me and him broke up. It was long distance. It was too much. I couldn't get through all that. So I was like, okay, like, you know, this is so stupid. I shouldn't have done this. I should have stayed with Randy. Randy would have done this to me. But, you know, I was already stuck with Jamie at that point, so whatever. So we broke up, and I come back home, and it's been months. We didn't talk since Russia. He didn't hold me down. He didn't help me out with shit. So it was just like, fuck it. And I was sitting in my Black Studies class in February because it was like a week of my birthday. And he texted me like, I miss you so much. And I was like freaking out. And I was just like, oh my God, I love you too. And he's like, can I please come see you to talk in person? I'm like, of course you can, Jamie, of course. So now let's get to it. So Jamie comes to come and visit me. And keep in mind, we haven't seen each other in 3 months. So since we haven't seen each other in 3 months, you know, I was kind of doing my thing. I started talking back to Randy. And, you know, me and Randy was going cool and going strong. Now, at that point, Randy was already in his frat. And Randy was that nigga. Randy was an asshole, but he was that nigga. So he was very, very popular. He had a lot of friends. So he was doing his thing. So when I came back, he was already the man. And then Randy's friends were my DMs and all these types of things. So he already had a preconceived notion about me and who I was, and, you know, that I wasn't really fucking with all the bullshit. But we still was cool. We still kicked it. We still was loving each other low key. Yeah, we was. So, you know, of course he wasn't going to sell Jamie because that's not, you know, his friend, but they're friends enough. But obviously the twin fucking brother, Jimmy, goes and tells Randy that, you know, Jamie's coming to town. And I didn't tell Randy that, you know, my ex that I kind of left you for was coming back. And, you know, it wasn't really his business. So I didn't say anything, okay? All right. So he comes and visits me, and, you know, I made him spaghetti and chicken, and we had a good time, and he sits on my bed and he cries about how much he misses me and all these things. I'm like, oh my God, can we please get back together? Can we please? And then he's like, well, you know, I kind of started seeing someone, but I don't want to see her anymore. And keep in mind, this hoe go to my school. I'll tell you that story another time. I'm just like, oh no, well, fuck her. Like, let's be together, whatever. So we had a beautiful night. We did that thing. We was good. We was having a fun time. And it was great. It was cool. So he works at the airport. So he had to get back and go to Chicago because he only came to visit me for 1 day. So I was feeling good. I'm like, yeah, I got him back. Or feeling good. And I'm just like, fuck Randy. I didn't give a fuck. I was a crazy ass bitch. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. But I was like, fuck him. Fuck him. I got my man back, my real man. Because Jamie was fine. So I was like, I got Jamie back. Ha ha. Fuck y'all. Y'all can get the twin, but I got the twin. So, you know, we was good. So I go and get my nails done for this play. Shout out to Song for Coretta for my college motherfuckers. So it was a really important play to me. And the play literally opened on my birthday. So I was going to get my nails done a couple days before, and it was my birthday season. So I was feeling good. I was like, oh, I got my man back. I'm about to get my nails done. He was like, you know, babe, have a good time, whatever. So then he goes on to text me while I'm getting my nails done. He started blowing me up. Like, yo. I was like, what's up? And then he goes on to tell me verbatim, I have some things I need to go over with you. And I'm just like, well, what do you need to like go over with me about? You know, like, what's up? What's going on? And he's just like, yeah, like, I just like seen and like heard some shit. And I'm just like, well, what did you see? What did you hear? You know, I'm just like, well, what are you talking about? And then he's like, I know you're still fucking with Randy, so you need to go be with your love. I was like, what do you mean? Go be with my love? I don't love Randy. He's like, yes, you do. That's the one that you love. So I was like, what are you talking about? You're tripping. So then a couple minutes later, I'm getting my nails done still. And I look back down at my phone because I couldn't really text and do all that shit. And then I get screenshots that says Randy's name at the top and me and him texting as if it was from my phone. And it's text of me and Randy talking and flirting and, you know, doing all that shit. And literally, I was like, what the fuck? How did he like get this like from my phone? Like what happened? Like, you know, what the fuck? So I'm reading the texts that weren't, you know, gray and blue as if I was sending it. I mean, it was gray and blue, but y'all get what I'm saying? You can tell when you send a text from your phone, it's blue. So it was like blue and it was my words. And I was like, what the fuck? So I look at the top, it says 6:45 in the morning. I'm like, 6:45 in the morning? I wasn't up at 6:45 yesterday morning. I was asleep. Bitch, do you know what this motherfucker did? He went through my phone. And keep in mind, my phone is on my side of the bed. Trey Songz shit. My shit is right next to me. But I don't have shit to hide because I'm a real motherfucker. But like, it charged it next to me in my bed in college. I had a plug right next to the bed, so it would charge right next to me. So this means that this young man reached over or even walked to the side of the bed where I knocked out sleep, got up silent as hell in the night, 6:45 in the morning, and proceeded to remember my password from when we were together 6 months ago. Still remembered my password, like my dumbass, and went through my phone. So he went through all of my phone calls, all of my texts, my pictures, because he still remembered my password from when we were together. My dumb ass. And then he proceeds to screenshot them from my phone, send them to his phone, and go ahead and delete it out of the thread on my phone. So everything just looks normal between me and Randy's messages. And obviously I'm not going to see that Jamie sent them to himself. So Jamie's ass went through my phone at 6:45 in the morning, screenshot it, sent it to him, and it was like, go be with your love. So at this point I was like, Quinky, bitch, I gotta go. I was like, no, Randy, no, Randy, no, I'm so sorry, no, like, you know, I didn't know, like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. And then he's just like, not fucking having it. And at this point, he was still fucking with this whore. He was still fucking with this whore. We're gonna call her Victoria, or her thought ass. Victoria ass. Yeah, he was still fucking with Victoria, the girl that went to my school. So it's just like, fuck it. You already got somebody in my school. Fuck you then, whatever. So then I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna end up going back to Randy and Randy's gonna be mad. But Randy was the type of guy, y'all, if y'all knew Randy, it was no getting past his ass. He knew everything about my life, as lame as I thought, because I was in theater and he was like a cool frat dude. He knew everything. So obviously Jimmy told him everything that happened and I was really, really fucked. So at that point, you know, me and him stopped talking. Me and him completely stopped talking. You know, Jamie was in the dust and the dirt to me at this point. I was so done with his ass. I was just like, forget it. I couldn't believe it. But then also I was like, how am me, the finesse queen, how you gonna get over on me like that? How we gonna go through all of this And then you want to accuse me of being with my love? So I was like, damn, do I really love this man? Is this my love or what? And then from that point on, me and Randy started to continue to mess around. Randy took me back. He took me back. The Randy Diaries. His ass took me back again, not to be his girlfriend, to be his girl, and all these things. But he would never, ever trust me after that. So that's when I went into the negative, toxic downward spiral of my college love life. And everyone loved Jamie. They thought Jamie was the best because he wanted to go and be a firefighter and blah, 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 blah. And he was a twin and he was Dominican and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, forget him. Forget him. I'm going to go back to the toxic guy that I left him for in the beginning and back. Man. So that's the story, y'all. That's the story. I hope it was the gag enough. But these motherfuckers will go through your phone. And I was so shocked because he was a man. I said, a man gonna go through my phone? Oh, men do petty shit like that. Y'all niggas are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are absolutely crazy. So that's right. When you start messing with your ex again, make sure you change your password if you're talking to new young men. So I hope you really learned from my story. And if y'all want to hear more story times, please let me know. Because I have stories at the wazoo. I really want to share y'all this other story, but y'all didn't vote for it enough. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. And I will see you next week for another story time.